Now we're looking forward to 2023. The Patriots have the 25th best odds to win the Super Bowl.
If you're Chicago and you have the number one pick, they have Justin Fields. Do you draft that guy at number one, or do you trade back and try and build some more pieces for Justin Fields?
Boston sports going to be good. I think the Patriots are going to come back this year. I think they're going to be really good.
So we're back. Another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show, episode number 90. 90. Wow. Last week was great with Dev.
It was really good.
Got a lot of
It was
insight.
like the longest episode we did.
Yeah, it was a long one.
Could have went probably another hour or two.
Yeah, that was a long episode. You know, I was talking to Lucic Milan. He's with the Calgary now.
Is he? I thought it was with the Canadians.
No, is he Canadian? He's the Flames. What are the Flames?
Yeah, Calgary.
Yeah. He used to play for the Bruins, obviously. We were friends from back then, and he sends me random videos of him chugging alcohol.
What type of alcohol?
Wine.
That's a weird one to chug.
Oh, I would have a bad hangover off wine.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So you're supposed to,
it's like a back and forth. He wants to come on the show. He's like, I want to come on the podcast and talk shit. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But
It'd be good.
we had a good conversation about how there is a general softness, or I guess like a pussification of sports these days.
Yeah.
Just a general soft, ooh, don't touch me. It's basketball.
Yeah,
We're in the paint. You're not going to touch me. I get 3 steps.
Yeah, basketball. I
Don't
was
foul
watching
me.
the other day. There was a thing that came up on TikTok when I was scrolling, and it was like all Michael Jordan stuff. And I mean, that guy just got hammered every time he went to the paint. I mean, he'd be picked up and thrown on the ground.
Yeah, now they don't do that. Now they just play patty cake. And then even football, it's the same. Like kind of like what we posted, kickoffs and what that stuff used to be like. It was
It's pretty brutal, though.
It was very, it's, who am I? Pretty dangerous stuff. Pay the price, baby. But it was all right. No one forced me. No one twisted my arm. I'm good.
In the Super Bowl,
We
Patrick
have a
Mahomes,
Super Bowl review.
Was like kind of screaming on, like, going to the sidelines that he was in so much pain.
Like Mac. Remember Mac?
It was pretty similar. But then, like, a quarter later, he's running for 30 yards and has no limp.
You go and
nothing.
you get a shot. You go take a shot in the ankle. You don't feel it.
If you had a high ankle sprain,
I've never had a high ankle, so I don't know what that feels like.
But
you ever had a high ankle?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've never had. I rolled my ankle jumping rope once. That was really
But everybody
unathletic.
says, though, like in the high ankle sprain, it's like one of the worst injuries to have, right?
Yeah,
for mobile
there's
guys.
a difference. Usually, I mean, I am basically a doctor. I went to school for about a year and a half on anatomy. But anyway,
Just took you that long to pass the class?
no, I was just like football. You sit in with the doctors. I've actually had 20 years of anatomy when it comes down
They
to
point to
football
your
players.
head and go.
He's gone. A high ankle sprain like Gronk. So, for example, when Gronk had his high ankle sprain, your bones actually spread apart. So they have to go in there and do this called like a bridge technique where they fish wire like a figure 8 through your fib tib, and then they pull it together really tight so it like pushes your bones back together. Because when you have a high ankle sprain, I'll show you. They take your leg like this and they squeeze it. They push these bones together. And
Well, that's when they do the tightrope.
when you have a high ankle, that you step and that your bones spread apart because there's a ligament in there that holds that stuff together.
Yeah, but it's instability in the ankle, though. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
it hurts.
matter the pain side of it as much as the instability, though.
Hey, this is Rob. That's Dan. The Dan and Ninko Show. I know a lot of you guys out there are watching our show, but you're not subscribing. Just click on that subscribe. 60% actually watch the show, but aren't subscribed. So hit that button, subscribe, enjoy the show. We got a lot of stuff in store.
Like, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you had a rolled ankle and like the whole and then like limping and like the face, and then you can still run after that.
That's what I mean, though. Like, if you were in that much pain,
yeah.
and you have a high ankle,
It wouldn't happen.
Like, I don't see how you could actually run.
Dude, black shirts and golden retrievers are a bad combo.
So what do you think at the end there on that defensive holding call on James Bradbury?
I was on TV Tuesday and they asked me about it, and I think it was basically a terrible call.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
painful.
they didn't call any holding penalties throughout the whole game. Usually, you get a sense of how the ref is going to call the game with the first half. You get an idea, okay, they're going to let us play here. There might be close on the, there's been 2 holding calls. Okay, they're calling it a certain way. They're letting us play. They let them play up until the last 2 minutes of the game, and they call that penalty. It wasn't even a hold. To me,
was technically a hold.
No, but to me, a hold is when you actually pull the player or you grab the jersey and you pull his shirt away from the body. If your hand is on his body and he's redirecting and you're going with him and you're right there with him, the problem is he had freaking dark green gloves on. If he had white gloves on, they don't call that penalty because he had a white sleeve with a green glove on a white jersey. It's basically like a freaking bullseye. Yeah. Look at my hand. It's right on this guy's back, and I am grabbing it. If you had a white glove, they're running so fast, the ref is looking, you don't even see it. It blends right in. Bill would say, like, match your gloves to the jersey. If it's a dark jersey, you wear dark gloves. It's a white jersey, you wear white gloves. Simple.
Well, Bradbury said, though, that he held him.
Yeah,
that's what
he's
said.
Not, because if you were to say I didn't hold him, then you look like a fool.
No,
he did. He had his hand on him, but the problem is he ran a 1 yard in and out route. So like it was only a yard into the route. Like he should have just like hit him because you have 5 yards buffer.
To touch him.
Like he should have just put his hands on him.
But the only thing is,
he kind of panicked in the situation, which he did grab him. But it like a hold to me. Like if my shirt does this, right? Like this is a hold.
Yeah.
This is like not to me. It's if your jersey is stretched away from your body, that's a hold.
You got off to the start of it though. The whole reason why you can't call that is because you didn't call it all game.
Yeah, it was the way the only holding call of that game was that play.
Yeah, if you had called it all game and there's 5 or 6 holdings,
so I saw a bunch of holding calls that they didn't call. There was offensive linemen
holding almost every play.
Yeah, there's holding on every play. There's holding. If I was an offensive line coach, I'd say grab the shit out of them because they're not going to call back-to-back holdings. When's the last time you saw a holding call and then a holding call?
Yeah.
They just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's the way the game is.
The thing is, you can't call that in that scenario. You can't call that.
No, and I feel like everyone, it was a great game. It was a good game. It was an entertaining game.
Up till that.
Everybody kind of missed out on the opportunity to see Kansas City kick the field goal, go up 3.
Either somebody's winning,
and then the Eagles had to do something, or we had Jalen Hurts had to do something that we hadn't seen before, playing from behind in a big game.
Yep.
What happens? But they didn't have enough time, and that was it. That was the end of the game. And then you have to listen to a whole off season of Kansas City, and they counted us out. And
I don't understand that though.
Rebuilding year. We were in a rebuilding year.
Like counting us out, they were the number 1 fucking seed all season.
Well, I mean, people were just saying you lost Tyreek. They're rebuilding offensively.
I don't recall many people saying that. They were like in the offseason power rankings. They were in the top 5 of the NFL.
Like put the respect on our names. I don't think anyone was disrespecting
That's what I mean.
them. They were a good football team. People just picked other teams because they thought the Eagles were a better football team. That's all. They thought the Eagles were more physical.
The Eagles were a 1-point favorite. It's basically a pick'em game.
Yeah,
1 point favorite.
What was it? 1.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pick'em.
So
I don't understand the disrespecting, and I really don't understand the whole thing now of like the comparison all of a sudden now to Mahomes to Brady. I mean, he's got a long way to go. Do I think he can get there? He might be able to.
I mean, that's what we do. We always want to compare and look at is he close? Can he catch Brady? I don't think he can. I don't think he can because number one, he's been knocked out. He's been knocked out like 3 times cold. That shit catches up to you. He's been knocked out. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has been knocked out from what I remember twice, literally like sleeping on the turf.
Well, I think if he the thing is though, is Kelsey going to be able to?
No, Kelsey's 30-something years old.
That's what I mean. He's the
Kelsey's
reason why
going
he
to
can
be
keep
retired
going.
in 3 years or 4 years. Like his body's not going to be able to do it unless he gets on I don't know. How's LeBron playing at 38?
Yeah.
Specialty sauce. I don't know.
I mean, it was a good Super Bowl up until that point.
All right, so we have a drink. Pipe Dream Brewing, straight out of quarantine. Straight out of quarantine. What kind of is it? What is this? Straight out of quarantine, delicious tropical hop blend meant to be sipped and enjoyed in the sun and not 6 feet apart. Okay.
There's like a Robert Ninkovich written all over it.
Yeah, this is my type of shit. And it's from Pipe Dream Brewing Company, Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Oh, local.
Nice. I like the black top.
Yeah, I was about to say that, actually.
Good design.
I like that.
Good touch, guys. All right, let's see. Let's give it a sample. Let's give it a smell. Nice. Nice. That's delicious.
Very tasty.
Delicious, boys and gals. That is lovely.
You get Easy J, Scholastic Dan, Suge Nate, Dr. Dippa.
The Italian Princess, Cherere, Jersey Mo,
That was really good.
K to the C.
That's really good.
Yeah, don't disrespect Kansas City.
I
Put
don't.
some respect on our name.
I just don't understand that though. Like,
I mean, Kelsey, he's a good receiver.
yeah,
He's a great receiver.
You don't block.
He's never been a blocker. I've said that before. Like that, you get paid catching footballs. You get paid catching passes, touchdowns. You don't get paid to block. That's like tight ends now don't want to touch. They don't want to do anything. They just want to run. They want to run routes. They want to get open, score touchdowns, get paid.
Yeah.
Like who wouldn't want that? I mean, be cool. That's great. But like Gronk, I still think Gronk is a better tight end.
Gronk's the best tight end ever played.
That's what I'm saying. No, but people are even saying like Kelsey's the best tight end ever played. Kelsey is a receiver.
Kelsey's very good. Like if you broke it down, right, he's probably a better route runner receiver than Gronk, but definitely not an overall tight end better than Gronk.
I just think that if you played, it's like timing. It's all timing. Because if Kelsey played 10 years ago,
yeah,
he wouldn't even.
He probably wouldn't have made the field.
No, he'd be on the field, but like there was a different style.
I don't know.
It was a you had tight ends that were bigger, that could block. You know, and 10 years ago, I mean, Gronk was playing 10 years ago. It was he was in the right place at the right time with Patrick Mahomes coming in, Andy Reid, that offense, using the tight ends, using the system.
Yeah,
everything is like that in life. I mean, it's like the perfect timing to come into a place. And they maximize what you got. And he's been able to do that. But the thing I don't get too, why do defenses literally play zone and then Kelsey has nobody around him for 15 yards? Like, I've never seen a go-to guy so wide open so many times in my life. How is that possible?
It's like they were playing zone.
Just don't, but you don't. You're just like, don't cover him. It's like he is the best. He's the go-to guy. If he's the go-to guy, how the hell do you just not don't even have a body on him? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like the stupidity of football these days. It bothers me.
Well, the thing is that Belichick did it best. What was that one year? They literally put Gilmore on Kelsey.
Yeah, I mean you gotta have a guy that's like long.
You can't
long
put a
levers
linebacker on him. I mean, it's not many linebackers in the NFL that can
smoke linebacker.
But that's what they were doing. They were putting linebacker on them. They were playing like a soft zone.
Well, linebackers nowadays are 230, so they can run a little bit, but he's
still
tall.
Just faster. And
yeah,
he's going to get to his spot. So now the season's officially over. Now we're looking forward to 2023.
2023. What do you think?
The Patriots have the 25th best odds to win the Super Bowl. They're plus 6,000.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not winning a Super Bowl this year.
I think Sports Illustrated put they were going to win the division this year.
I don't know. I got to see what the team shapes up.
It depends what they end up
doing. I got to see the offseason. I got to see some moves.
But you got to admit, though, Billy O'Brien is probably good for another 3 wins.
Yeah, probably for a good 3 wins. I'd take that. What do you think of what's your take on Aaron Rodgers' darkness retreat?
Well, he came out, didn't he say that it was bullshit, like that Schefter reported it wrong or something like that?
So is it not a darkness retreat? He said it was a darkness retreat.
Yeah, who knows?
No, I think he said that nobody knows what he's thinking.
Oh,
nobody
probably.
in his. He has not told anybody
don't
what
think
he's
he knows
thinking.
what he's thinking.
No, he doesn't. He's going to retreat. He's about to be ayahuasca
I mean, there's no way he's retired.
and mushroomed.
You can't retire with $60 million on the table.
No.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do a lot for that. You're gonna go do what you got to do for 60 schmil.
Derek Carr got released because he told them he didn't want to be traded.
Well, obviously, he has a no trade clause, and then they had to release him before a certain time because he would have got $40 million. Talk about just robbing somebody blind. They paid him like $65 million for 1 year.
Who?
Carr. He got 60. He signed from 2022 to 2025. He signed a deal, $65 million fully guaranteed.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think
$65 million. They signed him in 2022.
Well, do you see the thing now? I was watching something. They're saying that an average quarterback, like middle grade quarterback, is now worth 30 to 35 million a year.
How?
So they're saying.
I know, but how are you? How?
That's a lot of
How
money.
is an average quarterback worth that if they're average and they suck and they win you 8 games? How is that possible? How does that make any sense?
I don't know, but that's what they're saying he's going to get. 30 to 35 million a year is what he'll get. Same thing with Garoppolo.
Oh, Garoppolo, I could see. I mean,
You love Garoppolo.
It's so crazy.
You love Garoppolo.
He's a good-looking guy.
You
Handsome.
just love him.
He's handsome. No,
You
I
ever see
like,
the
I like Jimmy
pictures
G. He's
of
from
the-
the Midwest. He's a Chicago kid. He's like super down to earth too. That's why I like Jimmy G. He drives a Jeep Cherokee. If I had 80 million in the bank, I would have so many cool whips, and I would have a warehouse. I'd start my own dealership. Actually,
think it was
I would
Gronk.
start Ninko's Exotics, and it would have tigers, cars, and maybe a few women in the dealership.
Jeez, and some fanny packs. I think it was Gronk or somebody said that he was a douche. There was somebody that said that.
He's not. He's super cool.
A former teammate of yours, I believe, said that.
No, he's not. He's not. He's a very down to earth, humble guy. Very, very.
I could have swore somebody did.
No, I don't see. Did you see Tom Brady's story? He's got some cats. They were fighting today on his story.
Who fucking
Kind of
knows?
funny. He's got cats.
Oh, it was Martellus Bennett called him a little bitch.
I don't know why. Well, Marty's kind of cuckoo.
Yeah.
Can we pull up people's stuff? You see, he does like kung fu. We should hit him on the show. He'd be great on the show.
Oh yeah.
We'd probably get
does,
high because we'd smoke a blunt.
He does like children's books and animation and stuff like that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he called him a little bitch.
I don't know why you would say that. Little bitch?
Yeah.
Really? I wonder why. Maybe something happened there.
You were on that team, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now that's so. Maybe that was.
2016 season. Is what
Yeah, it was my last year. I'm getting fucking old.
He did this on Jay and Dev's podcast.
Huh. That's interesting.
Oh, they were talking about the suspension part of Brady. They lost 2 games, and one of them was because Jimmy was being a bitch.
Oh, because he got hurt.
He decided not to play right before the game. Jacoby came out and played with a fucked up thumb, played his heart out. But Jimmy G was just being a bitch
hurt his
about it all.
collarbone.
What?
He wasn't saying he was a bitch. He was. See, that's the problem
What are you talking
about.
He said that.
No, because he was hurt and he was like he's being a little bitch. That's the one thing I don't like. The one thing that we have seen a lot of in recent years is guys go on these little interviews and podcasts. They sit down. They might have a cocktail, might have a beer. You get real comfortable and be like, "Yeah, that dude's a little bitch." But you're like, not. I take that in a different context. Like he wanted him to play, but he was being a little bitch and he didn't do it because he was hurt. Like that's that. I take that differently.
Would you like me to read the rest of it?
No, let's just move on. Anyway, so this right now at this moment, we have a few things going on in the NFL after the Super Bowl. Number one being a couple questions. If you're Chicago and you have the number 1 pick, they have Justin Fields. Do you go and do you draft that number 1 quarterback out of Alabama? Little guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. Do you go and do you draft that guy at number 1, or do you trade back and try and build some more pieces for Justin Fields?
I mean, that's the tough thing. They have,
but he's
5'10".
5'10". I was literally at work yesterday.
I don't think he's that small.
Listen, I was yesterday. I was in New York City yesterday working on Get Up, and I work with Herb Edwards.
Yeah.
Herm said he had him into Arizona before he was, went to Alabama for a visit, and he said he was like 5'9", tiny.
He says he's 6 feet.
No, he said he's 5'9", 5'10" max.
He grew a little bit, probably. It's like a 16.
I don't know. I'm not trading. I'm not giving up a 6'3", 200.
He might not go number 1 though. C.J. Stroud could go number 1.
I'm saying if you're Chicago and you have that number 1 pick with Justin Fields going into his 3rd year, you don't give up on Justin Fields.
You got to decide.
But teams do that all the time because it's a different.
But I think the thing with Fields
GM, a different like they might not feel like Justin Fields is their guy. These guys are so weird about their.
But
people.
What if you could trade Justin Fields, right, for say like the number 6 pick or the number 7 pick, and you have the number 1 pick, and then you get a number 6 or 7.
Yeah, but then you're starting over again. Like you have a rookie again.
You're kind of starting over because you got $100 million cap space. You got nobody signed.
But what if you took the number 1 pick, trade back for like 3 picks in the first? Number 1.
You
could get 2 at least.
Yeah, 2 this year probably.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's a you have to debate, right? Like, is Justin Fields your guy?
I think he is.
I think quarterbacks only get 2 or 3 years now in the league.
All right. That's one of the topics.
Look at Mac Jones. Everybody's all over Mac Jones.
Well, he's just had a bad year.
Yeah, 1 bad year. He's played 2.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Get the fuck out of here.
You see Mac Jones' social media stuff the other day?
No, what is it?
It was he's out to re-earn the respect. And he put hashtag FEA, which people took as fuck 'em all, but it's actually like for everyone's attention is what it's supposed to mean, I think.
Huh.
But he basically put the big thing was
I would much rather fuck them all.
People were upset when he said fuck them all. I think that's great. Does everybody remember? Obviously, stickers from Timmy Boomsauce here, which this is the only one I don't like, which is the New England Patriots Zappy Hour. Like, he should be pissed that the fans turned on him and were chanting for Zappy.
Zappy.
Yeah. What was the other thing in the NFL you were talking about?
No, we got a couple things we got to cover.
Okay.
So we got Chicago Bears, number 1 pick. Carr.
So what would you do?
I would trade back. I would go get a couple pieces. I'd go get a tackle.
But what if Justin Fields isn't your quarterback, though?
I think he can be. I think
That's the thing.
Justin Fields is kind of similar to some of those mobile quarterbacks that we've seen in the past. Jalen Hurts, that nobody really thought was going to excel, and then they just needed a little bit of time to develop. I think if you put some pieces around him, like what did they do? Jalen Hurts, they put an offensive line around him. They went and
they got
traded A.J. Brown,
receivers.
and they went and got a receiver from Alabama, big time receiver.
Yeah.
So they like built around him, and he balled out this year. I think similar. You could do that in Chicago. Number 2, Carr. We're talking about Carr. Are you like $50 million plus a year?
I don't think he'll get $50 million a year. I think he'll get 35.
He just had like 45 in his last contract. I mean, the going rate right now for starting quarterback is going to be $50+ million a year.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get. I think he'll get like 35, 37.
L.
But who signs him then?
Jimmy Fallon. Pull up Jimmy Fallon and just say L. L.
You see that?
That's gross.
But one division in the NFL, the NFC South, does not have a starting quarterback on the roster. On any of those
if
teams.
you were a quarterback, if I'm Brian Hoyer, I'm not retiring.
Yeah, no,
I'm going down
$10
to.
million.
Well, he's still under contract. I'm saying if you're Chad Henne, right? You're 38 years old.
He retired.
He shouldn't go be like, hey, Atlanta, hey, New Orleans, why pay him $100 million? Pay me like 25.
Yeah, but they got young quarterbacks though, like Desmond Ridder and all that. But they could go get a veteran, a Jimmy G or a Derek Carr or something like that.
Derek Carr is not. I would say that Carr, the name helped him because of his brother. His brother was a high pick. He was a high pick. He's got like 165 interceptions. Something crazy.
He also has like 9 different offensive coordinator head coaches.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
You're changing everything all the time.
No, I don't believe that. I think if you are a turnover machine, you're a turnover machine.
So
why they paid him all that money? Why was he benched this year? He had Josh McDaniels. He had
that injury clause in his contract, though. It says the contract wasn't fully guaranteed. If he got hurt, it was fully guaranteed. It was an injury guarantee.
They pulled him.
Yeah, that's why they did.
They pulled his ass.
They pulled it because they didn't want to risk the money, because then his contract becomes fully guaranteed. So where does he play next year?
Saints. I think he'll be with the Saints.
I was thinking Carolina. All right, we're seeing that 60% of you guys watching aren't subscribing. So take the second right now, click the button, hit subscribe, or maybe we'll send Ninko after you with a contract for a slap.
I'll slap the shit out of you.
What else you got?
Yeah, I got something that's just freaking bothering me. So this doesn't make sense. Does this make sense? Does this make sense?
What?
That you could have a train traveling across the country that derails.
Oh, the chemicals.
That there's some spillage. There's some issues.
A little more than spillage.
And no, what we should do here is let's drill a hole in the side of these suckers and just drain them all out right here and start them on fire.
Yeah.
If you could drill a hole in it and drain it, why couldn't you drill a hole in it and collect it and put it in something else? Huh? So now, because this is very, very much so downplayed, there is a plume of pollution in the Ohio River moving at 1 mile per hour, headed towards the Mississippi River, nearing Huntington, West Virginia on Tuesday afternoon. So that you have all these people, the Ohio environmental people and the protection agency saying, the Ohio River is very big. It has a great filtration system. What? It should filter those this plume of pollution very quickly. I don't like that. If you live next to where this thing was going down and they said, hey, they knock on your door. Hey, yeah, we're gonna burn all these chemicals over here. You might want to leave for a few hours. We're gonna test everything. We'll test it. Come on back in a couple of days. You'll be all right. People's eyes are burning. Their lungs are like, why is this hard for me to breathe right now? Why am I coughing?
There's horror movies about like things like that. You know, like the storms that come of those clouds and people die.
Well, I mean, you think about, okay, so you have, I don't know how many gallons. I mean, how many gallons do you think of these chemicals? There was 3 different chemicals, one of them being like a VOC, which is a volatile chemical, very bad for you, carcinogen, cancer causing. Fish have died in the area. Like fish should die, foxes are dying, like chickens in their coops are dead. Is that? And then it's just like, oh yeah, there's a big plume because it's right by the Ohio River reservoir, and this water that's contaminated is going to go in the Mississippi, and then it's just going to go all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. Like it's okay.
It'll decontaminate by
it'll filter its way through the sand.
Yeah.
And as the people need the water throughout the whole thing, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it?
What about the balloons?
Oh, don't get me started. The balloons?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a kid in China had like a science experiment. He made some balloons and they got caught up in the jet stream. So sorry, I didn't mean to.
There's like 4 of them.
I didn't mean for my balloon to come over to the United States.
Well, that's the thing that's the thing I
like,
don't
I'm so
understand
sorry. This got out of control.
Yeah.
We didn't mean for it to go 60,000 feet in the air and then come over through the jet stream and then basically just hover around their country 4 different times. Don't mind us. No big deal.
Yeah.
It's just a science experiment. We have no cameras on this thing. We don't track anything. We don't even know what's on this thing. It's just a hot air balloon. You know, if it was a paper one with like a light on it, you know, like the ones that they light and they go
like
up.
the lanterns.
Yeah,
like
if it was a
died.
lantern with a dragon on it, I'd be like, okay. But it's not. It wasn't. Like, it was the size of 2 buses. They said it was the size of a bus. It's like this room.
I just don't know why they let the one go all the way across the country.
I'll leave that one. It's in. Oh yeah. Hold on.
Did you try it?
Oh yeah.
She didn't get it
listening. No, yeah, we don't get that. They get it though. Oh yeah, that one's. Where's that one? Alaska. Let's let it go over Montana, across the whole country, Carolina. Let's wait for it to get out in the water, and then we'll shoot it down.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, why would you let it go across the entire country? They're like, well, it could have endangered people. I'm sure along the way there was spots to bring it down. I mean,
it was just
like the Midwest does it. It's not like it's like just full of people. Like,
well, I mean,
spots.
and then like a couple days later, you sent me the thing of those lights.
Yeah,
the hell was that?
it was supposedly a SpaceX satellite.
Oh, a SpaceX satellite.
Yeah. My wife sent me the video, and she's like, "What?" I was like at my daughter's practice, and she's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "I have no I couldn't even look at it. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. It's like, have you ever seen Ancient Aliens?
Dude, aliens come over.
No, but have you seen the show Ancient Aliens? The history of the guy with the hair that's out there, like
Yeah.
John or George Tuso, whatever. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
All I know is if we have some type of like Independence Day like alien thing going on, they're way more advanced.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
People doing TikTok videos and dancing.
No, they're way the aliens. If aliens decide to just be like,
we could send Patrick Mahomes' brother at them.
oh,
Jackson
do some
Mahomes.
dances.
Just do some dances and screw them up.
They would be, I think, just very shocked at what they saw. They'd be like, what?
Could leave though, probably.
She's gonna steal your planet. See you later, humans. You guys aren't smart enough to be here.
Speaking of smart enough, you see the news in Braintree, Massachusetts today? You'll like this one.
What is it?
This is all like, this is right up the Rob Ninkovich alley. So they're having a rat problem in the city of Braintree. So the solution has been deemed.
Just get some cats.
Oh, they're going to give the rats birth control.
What the fuck are we talking about? You gonna give them hormones?
Yeah, look, it's up there. It's on the thing.
What? Birth control to? No, that's not real.
It's on the news.
How do you give a rat a birth control pill?
That's on the rise in Braintree.
You don't want them around because, they bring other things with them.
What are you going to give them, one of those little dials? Pop out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Plus the placebo
I don't
pills.
know what the solution is, but I know that there has to be a way to mitigate it somehow.
Gas them!
Birth control
Come on!
for rats.
Town Councilor Elizabeth Malio has just introduced a bill to bring birth control to the rat population.
If you can stop that,
You gotta
that
be shitting me.
reproductive cycle, then you don't get the colonies, you don't get the infestations, you don't get the problematic issues of rats that are out of control.
She says the rats are the #1 complaint she gets from Braintree residents.
It's the most common issue that is raised from people who are talking about quality of life.
Malio says the birth control proposal will be looked into to make sure it's effective, humane,
oh
affordable,
my.
and doesn't impact other animals.
Doesn't hurt other animals,
Pest control
Rob.
plan is needed.
It's jarring. It is scary. It is unsettling.
I'll
And
go
you
to
wonder
Braintree
if
and
you
I'll
can
solve
see
your
10.
issue.
What about all the ones that you can't
With a little
see?
bit of
So the
gasoline,
bill
and I'll
for
put it in
birth
all the rat
control
holes.
will be researched and analyzed, and if it passes, it would take at least 6 months to be implemented in Braintree. Michael Rosenfield, NBC 10 Boston.
Rats are filthy animals. They're filthy. They gave us the freaking plagues. They killed millions of people.
Do you think she'll be sitting out there handing out the pills to them as they like line up?
Oh, here's a little pill for you, Ratty, with some cheese. Like, what the hell is
What
wrong
happened
with
to the
people?
rat? The rat's choice.
I'd be
What if
sitting
they
out
don't
there
wanna
with a
take the birth
pellet gun
control?
and just plucking them off. Bang. Like, is that is that inhumane to kill a rat? It's like a mouse. Kill the rat. Kill the rat. Get him out of there. Remove the source. Remove it.
I sent TJ another news story that I found that you'll like too.
Why are you trying to ruin my day?
This one's a good one.
What is this shit?
You see it?
No, I don't know.
You got it?
Straight out of quarantine's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's actually really good. Right there, read the headline.
Man find alive. No. Oh my goodness! That's placed in there.
It was running around.
Is it alive?
Yeah.
No, that looks dead.
Well, it's dead now, but it was alive.
I mean, I'd have ate my way out of that sucker. You'd have been fat by the end of that.
Imagine if it had birth control.
Imagine. We should just give them all weed. Why don't we just give them some edibles?
Yeah.
Give them the munchies. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. What are we doing as a society? I don't know. I'm concerned.
You don't like the birth control for the rats, though? They should do that in New York.
No, New York's too far gone at this point. My mom and sister are actually heading to New York right now.
For what?
Some Broadway show. I said, why would you want to go do that? Why would you want to go to New York? Like, to visit?
Just for fun? My wife asked me, she goes, hey, Rob goes to New York like every week. I'm like, yeah. She goes, can you ask him how bad the rats are there? Because I want to go, but I don't want to see the rats.
No, the rats, they're, I mean, you're going to see a rat if you're walking around dusk or dawn or in the morning.
You might confuse it with a cat, though, right?
They're big enough. Some of them are big enough. Dude, that's like, I don't get the allure of living in New York City. It's like dirty. It's, every day I get hummus and some vegetables. It's $17 for hummus and
Where?
It's like this place called the Tin Building. Everything is so expensive. I paid $10 for a peanut butter and jelly. I couldn't even swallow it. I literally was like, what's like something I could buy that is like just bread and peanut butter and jelly? It was $10. I go, $10? You want $10?
Why'd you get peanut butter and jelly?
Because that's what I felt like having. I was sitting right there. Bought it. Rat fur in it, probably.
That's probably rat stool in it.
No, there's rats like the problem about New York to me is I imagine the rats can get into anything in any space.
They literally chew their way through cars.
Yes,
and everything.
they can get through anything.
Like metal.
Anything. Yeah. So when I'm walking, you see these holes everywhere. There's literally little holes everywhere that they have burrowed, and in the gardens, there's like little beds that there's holes. Like literally, you'll see a hole. Probably a family of rats just chilling in there. And then at night, they're just running around. And then there's garbage piles.
They're all in those, aren't they?
They're in all the garbage.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man. I saw one that was probably handicapped because it was like limping. And like in my head, I'm like, somebody needs to just put this thing out of its misery. It was like dragging its leg.
Give it birth control.
No, you just need a little
back to the birth
poison.
Control thing. How do you know which one to give? Like,
I don't. That's so stupid. Come on. It's like, first of all, what are you gonna feed them? Something with hormones in it?
Yeah, I guess that's what they're gonna do.
It's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, and we're gonna pay for that, taxpayers.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It bothers me. You know why it bothers me? Because the common sense. We have lost all common sense. We've lost everything. Common sense gone. No common sense.
Oh, there's breaking news right now. The Celtics have named Joe Mazzulla. They removed his interim coaching head coach tag.
Oh, now he's the head coach.
Now he's the head coach.
Yeah, because the other guy's he gone.
Trouble.
Where did he go to?
Nowhere. He tried to go to the
they wouldn't let him.
Nets, and they wouldn't let him.
Well,
sorry. They let him go, and then the Nets got a bunch of backlash for it, so they didn't hire him.
Well, that would have been great. Kyrie, KD gone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's good that they gave Mazzulla the head coaching tag. It just shows you like Boston sports, like how they are.
He's a pretty good coach, man.
Well, people trash him all the time.
No, I know, but
Best record in the NBA.
he's
and he
pretty
gets
good.
trashed.
They were, I watched the Celtics play when they were down Jalen and
Against the Bucks.
Yeah.
They were down 4 starters.
yeah.
They were down
And
Jalen,
they fought.
Tatum.
That shot at the
Horford,
end, the white boy at the end with that shot, dude,
Oh,
that was insane.
Yeah.
That was a good shot.
Well, it just shows how deep of a team they are, right? Because the Bucks are supposedly the second best team in the East, and the Celtics almost beat them without 4 of their starters. 4.
I need to go to a Celtics game this year at some point.
Celtics games are good to go to. Basketball's really good to watch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of action.
I'm going to go
back
to
and
the
forth.
Bruins on the 11th of next month.
Of
I do
March?
believe. March 11th. I think they play at home on the 11th.
I'm looking forward to Red Sox, too.
Let's go Red Sox.
Could be a big change. Gonna be a lot of new players.
What's up with all these rules in baseball right now?
The pitch
You
clock?
want to make the bases bigger? What
Yeah,
the
for
hell's a
safety.
bigger base going to do?
Safety.
Safety?
Yeah.
These fucking guys wear slide gloves nowadays. What the
Like
hell are you talking
oven mitt.
about?
It's an oven mitt.
This is the stupidest thing ever. What do you jam a
Give
finger?
your finger.
Pitch counts?
The pitch, the clock. You mean?
Yeah, the clock on the pitch.
Clock makes sense though, because it's going to speed the game up. What?
No, I'm just saying this is all like the
No, they have the earpieces now.
yeah, and you could throw a heater,
They have the thing on their arm. They press.
curveball.
Yeah,
They're ruining that sport too.
it's like Stephen Hawking.
At
like,
what
you
point
know,
does baseball just like say, you know what? Nobody likes this anymore. We're
well,
boring.
There's talks now of them changing the divisions to be like regionalized. So like, one proposal has like the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Mets,
They're scrambling,
and the
bro.
Phillies all in the same division, but only one team makes the playoffs.
No kid likes baseball anymore.
Yeah, they do.
No, they
My
don't.
son plays baseball.
Nah, but he doesn't like watching. Like,
Oh, yeah, he does.
He'll watch TV
He'll
for
watch
3
baseball.
hours. He'll watch
He'll
a
watch
TV.
baseball, yeah.
No, he's on it for 15 minutes,
Oh,
and then he goes and watches
baseball.
YouTube. He's not watching 9 innings of baseball.
I like watching.
He's
baseball.
not. I guarantee your son's not watching 9 innings.
We'll see. I'll video him this year for you.
He's not watching 9 innings.
I'll video it.
He's going and doing something else, coming back, looking.
I'll video it.
You're not going to video it.
I will.
You're going to set up a video?
Yeah, I'll just set up like a tripod and camera on it.
And you're going to tell him, like, hey, I'm going to watch you watch this game?
Yeah.
I need a hidden camera somewhere.
Okay, find a hidden camera. Then.
I need a hidden camera so he doesn't see it.
Okay.
He's going to go get a snack. He's going
Yeah,
to go play
that'd
video
color me, like,
games.
if you go to a game,
he's
you're
going
gonna
to
go to the
play.
bathroom?
He's going to go play Call of
Rob
Duty.
Ninkovich, when he goes to a Red Sox game, probably gets up 38
I don't
times.
watch the game at all. I go to the Red Sox game for the beers, for the hot dog,
Yeah.
for the
You
environment.
go to football games, you leave at halftime.
Yeah, I'm not watching football. I'm watching a little bit of it. I'm watching like a little bit. You're not sitting there like ball 2.
You video recording people come off the field.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching people's mannerisms, body language. That's what I want to see.
Not the game, just.
Well, that game was shitty. They freaking suck.
No, I think it's Boston sports is gonna be good. I think the Patriots are gonna come back this year. I think they're gonna be really good. They got tons of cap space, some draft picks.
Dan, we all know at this point right now. We all know. Whatever happens, you're taking.
Oh yeah,
You're taking the Pats.
I don't know. Depends.
Yeah, no,
Depends what they got to do here.
no. We know.
I think they're gonna go get a big time receiver.
You think? Think they'll do it? Mm-hmm. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think they'll go get a big time receiver. I think maybe they draft a receiver.
I don't think. I don't think they're gonna draft a receiver.
I don't know who's a big time free agent right now.
I think they're gonna trade for somebody.
You're gonna trade for somebody.
Well, Keenan Allen's probably gonna get released, so he'll be a free agent. OBJ's a free agent.
They're not, please don't bring in OBJ.
You were for it last year.
That was last year. This is a
Okay.
different. This is
The
if
new
you
Rob?
signed him
A new year,
last
new
year.
Rob?
No, you signed him last year. You could have got him for maybe less. You
probably
tell
get
him
for not that much,
no.
comparatively.
Yeah, right. You think he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll sign for league minimum? He's gonna
It's not
say
gonna be league minimum. But, I mean, he's not gonna get like 20
he just
million
had
a year.
he's been off a full year after an ACL tear.
Yeah, but if you give him like 1 year, $8 million with incentives,
Oh, $8 million?
a
No,
receiver.
you give him. You give him a
go
1 year
pay
deal,
Brien Hoyer
$4
$20
million within like potential to make 10 with catches, playing
get
time.
more than that.
No, That's it. You say, buddy, you just had your second ACL, and you ain't had a one-handed catch since freaking 10 years ago. Like,
I think Hopkins would be a good one to go get.
I don't know.
Or the home run would be trying to find a way to acquire T. Higgins. That'd be a home run.
No, the home run would be DK when they would have drafted him before freaking Harry. But they didn't do it.
There was a report that came out yesterday that they're monitoring the Deebo Samuel situation again.
Oh, they're back in Deebo?
Yeah, it was something somebody reported on like Zolak's show yesterday.
Deebo wants out. Deebo's done.
I don't know if he wants out or they just want to build a little different or something like that, but I'd be okay with Deebo.
I'd be good with Deebo.
Yeah, I
like Deebo. I want to see Billy O just MF people. Like, that's what I want. I wish they had a 2023 Hard Knocks Patriots, because they'll never do it because of Bill. But how great would that be to see like Billy O coming in and like revamping the offense and just working with Mac, and I would love to see that, the insides of that, like just how that works. Because if he, I mean, he's gonna coach him hard now.
Yeah,
he's gonna be hard.
He's gonna be coached really hard.
Yeah. So
like really hard.
Yeah.
So Dev was on the show last week. Do you think he's going to retire, or do you think he's coming back?
That's hard to tell. Depends on what they ask him, how much they pay him.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's
I think it's all about risk and reward. Like, if you go out and are risking your health for $2 million, that ain't worth it. If they're going to give you 7, 8, I don't know. You're like, it's like 4 after taxes. Well, now you got the mass rich tax. That's like $3 million.
The Ninko tax.
Ninko
tax.
No, not me. Not anymore. Yeah, I'll come back. I don't know. I think it depends on where he's at, like physically, mentally, family, like his wife. If she's like, hey, you're done. Let's think about us. So
I know, but
I could see him come back.
Do you think he's coming back or not coming back?
I don't think he's going to come back. I think he's going to retire. But that's just my thought. I have no idea. He's played a lot of football. Back. You think he's coming back?
Yeah. He had the surgery. He's rehabbing.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't like rehab.
I don't think he liked the way.
Like, what is it? Here's my. This is the question that I always like to ask. What does one more year give you that you don't already have? You have all the money. You've had the accolades.
There's also have some pride in there.
No, that's bullshit. Pride's out the door. When you play 10 plus years, the pride is there. Like, people respect you. People give you the nod. People understand you played at a high level. People know you won Super Bowls. People know you made money. Like, the respect, all that stuff's there. It's the rest of it is like, are you content with not playing football? Some guys never have that feeling of being content because that's all they know. And other guys just accept it. Like, hey, guess what? I've done everything I need to do. I've been here. I've done it. I'm going to move on. That's it. So like depending on how he feels will be if he comes back. If he feels he wants to continue, if he feels good. If not, then move on to the next thing, because he's going to have an opportunity to be on television.
I think it's
his brother's killing it right now. They're the same person, basically, just like literally genetically, they're the same.
Just the egg split.
That's it. you take Jay and Dev's blood, like they're like, yep, they're identical.
Yeah. I think it's a good sign for Patriots fans if he comes back, because then I think he truly believes in the team for the year. Because you're not going to come back. I don't think he's going to come back regardless of the money if the team's not going to win, or doesn't think the team will win. It's kind of the same thing with Billy O, right? You know, people are dogging the Patriots still and all that, but Billy O'Brien wants to be a head coach in the NFL. He doesn't want to be an OC for the rest of his life or anything. He wants to be a head coach. So you're going to go take an opportunity that gets you to go be a head coach, right? So you're going to go to a spot that you think you can turn it around and win with, because if you don't get that shot to go be the head coach somewhere.
Yeah.
So he obviously truly believes in Mac, what they have around them. They gave him a plan, right? They told him what they're planning on doing. You know, whether it's get a good receiver, rebuild the offensive line, combination of all of the above. Like, they gave him a plan to get him to come here. Billy O would have had his pick, right, from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many teams would have turned him down? There was like 11 or 12 OC jobs open. he probably would have got 10 or 11 offers, right?
He's also from here too, so maybe that helps.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. He went to
think it
Penn
helps a
State.
little bit.
He went to Houston.
Hey, where were you at? Where were you at?
One.
Before you came back here, where were you at? Tennessee?
Yeah.
What made you come back?
How cheap I could buy a dealership.
All right, touche. So it wasn't like, hey, you're like, we're from New England.
No.
It was just like, hey, this is an opportunity because
Yep.
it's a great deal.
Yeah. You're going to go somewhere you think you can grow.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Like, do you think he came here just because the Patriots paid him a little bit more money or anything like
Yeah,
that?
I mean, they probably gave him a good amount of money.
But for him, I don't think it matters. How much money has he made?
No. These guys care about how much they make because that
It
represents
isn't
the
because
respect.
you hit the lottery if you get that head coaching job.
If they said, Bill, we're going to cut your salary from $25 million a year to $6 million, I'm sure he wouldn't coach.
Yeah, but I'm talking with Billy O'Brien, right? Like, if say the Patriots offered him $4 million, the next team only offered him $3 million, would the $1 million difference make sense more if you were going to go be a head coach 2 years later and get $8 million a year guaranteed?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You bet on yourself.
Yeah. So they better not suck this year. Mac better be freaking something special.
Are you still on the Mac?
Or it might be Zappy. I don't know. I hear, Zappy's got a little stronger arm. Mac's got a little,
Oh, Jesus.
I hear Mac has his own like guru, his own guy.
He has the same guy as Brady.
No, different guy.
No.
Different guy.
He's with Brady's throwing coach.
Well, I mean, throwing coach, body. How about his body coach?
Oh,
Does he have a
strength
body?
coach? Yeah. Brady had his own. Shut up.
He doesn't have a body guy?
Who? Mac?
Mac.
Yeah, they posted it.
Who's that guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, they had him. Or is he doing he's doing the shoulder stuff?
I don't know. Well, you know who he is?
No, I don't. I don't know. I just made all that up.
Yeah, he might get his own guy. That'd be good if he gets his own guy. Brady got his own guy. Look what happened. He was no longer chubby and,
I wonder how that works.
head grew.
Face, just all the fat just,
Just went away.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Don't talk bad. You got to try to get back on the good list with him.
Hey, Tommy, what do you need, buddy? I got you.
Are you so afraid now to say anything?
Nah, fuck it. What
Yeah,
you
you are.
What's going to happen?
Stop.
Yeah, no more TB12 t-shirts. Fuck. Anyway.
But I think it's probably time to wrap up because you.
Well, I gotta go. My wife's got like, I got my nails done. Like, we're leaving for Florida. I've been packing. She asked me like, what did you do for this? Because we're going away for a little bit. I'm like,
For a little
I
bit?
paid for it. I mean, what did I do? I paid for it.
You pack your fanny packs.
I worked for it.
You pack your fanny packs and your flower shorts.
I might
You
do
your jogles.
So tomorrow I might send a picture, and we might have to post it. I might go mustache just for the beach.
The whole Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. I really like the Firebird. I really like a Firebird, a black with the gold freaking eagle
Buddy
on it.
might has one.
Does he?
Yeah, Daniel from Lord Hobo. He's selling one.
He's selling one right now?
Yeah, you've seen it. Remember in the warehouse?
Oh, yeah. Is it in good shape?
It's pretty good shape. I mean,
Ninko shape?
there's nothing in
No.
Ninko shape.
No,
Brand new
it's
cars are in Ninko shape.
No, they're not because they freaking don't have the quality control that
It's a nice car though. Black, tan, black with the gold.
That'd be a good one.
And he has the matching brown one.
Brown or gold?
The gold brown.
How much does he want for it?
I don't know. Oh, well, look at
I'm
that.
interested. I think should
Would
I
you-
do?
Would you a full Burt Reynolds?
Should I
with that?
do? Well, Bert went down. I think.
Not really. It's a little bit down.
No, like a little tip down on each side.
You gotta do it in the stages. Do like the Fu Manchu first, like the whole way, and then if you don't like it, you keep going up.
No, I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna because I have a week. Because I'm gonna be in the sun. I'm gonna get some sun on this face. When was the last time you had a nice glorious tan on that chin?
2000.
I don't think you tan though.
No.
You just burn.
What was it? The last time.
You're
the
just
last
an
time was
Irish
probably
guy. You're an
2000
Irishman. Come
probably
on.
2008.
2008 was last time.
Yeah, my daughter.
You gotta send me a picture of what you look like without a beard.
Yeah, it's not good. My daughter has one.
Like, oh no, ew.
Yeah, then probably my wife would flip out, like flip out.
Oh,
if I
freak.
shave my beard. She
Oh,
gets
yeah.
mad when I trim it.
Oh yeah, like don't touch your beard.
Yeah. I mean, you
that's-
use killer beard oil.
Dude,
to
this
get
is
your-
it.
Get
That's
your
it.
beard.
Come on. Look,
Have you been using it?
Yeah, I love it. Let's do. Let's do a little bit on the show here. Let's see. This is how you do it. You rub it in, and you go here. Oh, this is like Christmas. Smells like... Oh, that's lovely. Put on my leather chair here. That's it.
So,
wow, look at that glisten.
Are you actually you gonna shave just the mustache?
I think I'm gonna go mustache.
You wearing your jogles too?
Yeah, of course.
You gonna be joggle all weekend?
I'm going flower shirt. I got one with palm trees on it too.
I'm gonna wear my
khakis, my Monarchs hat,
fanny pack,
mustache.
You have a matching fanny pack?
Dude, this smells great.
Which one is that?
This one was the
White Lightning, White Mountain.
The White Mountain.
Yeah, wow, it's a good one. This
is good. I might need more.
They're all good.
Good.
You're gonna get the tobacco whiskey one.
No, you're gonna make tobacco?
Yeah.
You gotta make just call it old man pipe.
Old man pipe.
Yeah.
That'd be good marketing, right, TJ? Old man pipe.
Old man. Tobacco. Just smell like a old man.
We're just gonna call it vet.
Look at this leather chair needs a little conditioning.
We're just gonna call it vet.
Just call it Ninko.
No, just vet. Old man.
Old man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody,
we'll be off.
Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we'll be off next week. I think we're gonna dive in. I would like to go into like the Celtics. Let's do some. Football's over. We're gonna continue to do the Dan and Ninko show. Maybe get some hockey players.
Yeah.
Like my guy Luch.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Gotta see when he's coming in though. I don't know if he's coming in town.
A lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's in at some point soon. And then maybe I think we gotta do like a show from a game. Like go to
we could do that. Do that.
Or like a Celtics game, sit on the floor.
I say we do one where we drink like 5 IPAs and then we do the show. That'd be great. It'd be like honest.
Do it live too, right?
Yeah.
Just live stream it.
Or we'll do a couple shots and then we'll do the show and then drink a few IPAs. Because then you'll really be honest.
Not next week, the week after, we have one of our new sponsors coming on, the whiskey place I was telling you about.
I love whiskey. We'll do whiskey. Yeah. Do some whiskey?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do we'll do the 5 IPAs and then do a show.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Perfect.
The Ninkovich is gonna come out.
You don't know me.
Captain Insano is.
Y'all don't know me. Yeah. Captain Insano slipped on ice because of his Captain Insano, before we end the show, was down and out. He this sounds like a movie, but the backyard was ice, so he went out with Betty, the golden retriever that I forced upon them, which was probably a bad idea. Slipped on the ice, fell. The dog was walking Betty with the, it was a leash, but the extended leash.
Yeah.
So he fell, gets back up. Betty had wrapped him twice and then took off, flipped him, tore his shoulder.
Jesus.
Tore the rotator.
Oh, and he was motherfucking you and Betty and all that, wasn't he?
So I said, you know what? You're almost 70. Just deal with the rotator cuff tear forever. Just deal with it. If you can't move your arm, deal with that shit because you don't need surgery at this point. You're already like...
So what's he going to do?
He's going to leave it. I said, leave it, dude. Don't get a surgery. It's like the worst nightmare. You don't need it. He like 6 years ago, he tore the other one on my driveway, slipped on ice. I'm like, what do? You just put your arm straight out and just like learn how to fall, man.
You should put like a fence in his backyard so you can just let the dog out, though. You don't have to walk it.
He's got a fence. I don't know why the hell.
It's in the leash.
I don't know. Don't. I don't know. I can't explain it. But anyway.
Well, fast recovery is the Captain Insano.
Yeah. All right. See you, Pop.
But check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube. And then we'll see you guys next week.